we are investigating the most haunted doll in the world.
More haunted than Annabelle from the Conjuring movies, and he inspired Chucky.
Not only that, but this doll is known to curse people. Right around 10,000 have sent in letters of apology to Robert trying to exorcise curses such as cancer, wrecked businesses and relationships, schizophrenia, and even death. What caused the curse in the first place?
Taking a picture without asking his permission. So that's exactly what we're about to do.
Ready, guys? 3, 2...
Idea.
Oh, you don't know it was a bad idea.
It is probably a bad idea, but we did that at the beginning of the night to see if the curse is real, and you guys will have a chance to see and maybe take a picture of Robert later on.
If you dare.
What's crazy is we're actually at a giant museum full of other haunted objects.
Yeah, dude, there's like 42 spirits haunting this place. We're at Fort East Mortello Museum in the Keys in Florida, and it has these dark vibes like no other.
Yeah, in fact...
What was that?
Well, yeah.
You heard that?
Was that not just a footstep right behind you?
Or a click of some sort.
Yeah, I was like...
It also just got hot as hell.
Yeah, it really got super hot.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to take a picture of the dog.
In this exact area, people get choked up, feel nauseous, hot, like they're just crawling out of their skin.
Right here used to be a giant fireplace, and people get attachments by standing in it. Who wants to stand in it right now?
Well, actually, fuck, okay. I also heard that this was the Harry Potter portal. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, so
I'm pretty sure.
Try. Guys, and speaking of dolls, this is a little dollhouse that apparently has 12 child spirits inside of it. Should we try to go inside?
Yeah.
You don't want to go in?
Whoa, why is it like little mini doors?
Because it's the size of Robert. Robert is like a child-sized doll. He's like 3.5 feet tall.
He's as big as my little cousin.
Maybe he is your little cousin.
Steven!
This is like Toy Story, but fucked up and demonic.
God. Oh my god, why is those eyes so tall on that doll?
Isn't it like that a doll can serve as like a universal vessel for a spirit?
I think it's because spirits, they attach themselves to dolls because they think it's a human or like resembles a human, right?
They want to take as much of human form as they can, for sure.
There's theories that there's a portal within Robert, and that Robert's not just one, not just two, dozens, maybe hundreds. If you think about the curse and how many people are cursed at one time, it makes a lot of sense.
How does someone get cursed by Robert?
When people are disrespectful to Robert the doll, they go through hell. Don't disrespect the doll. People joke about it and they regret it. Can't tell you how many people I talk to who regret it.
People have been scratched, clothes have been tugged on, incidents of bad luck, disease, car crashes, lives spiral out of control.
People find dead deer on their yard.
I did a tour back in July. 3 of them were like these local kids down here. And when we got in the room with Robert, they laughed at him and they called him ugly. And then the next night they came back to say sorry for him. They told me that they went on a little boat trip that morning and their boat sank and the Coast Guard had to come out and rescue them.
And one of the problems is, people are summoning spirits every night. Whenever there's a new spirit, they want to challenge the humans. So some nights we come in and the energy changes. You know, summoning stuff in the mirrors, using the Ouija boards, there's stuff going around and someone that doesn't like us.
Apparently, this is a giant hospital.
Yeah, I guess during yellow fever, they just had everyone quarantined here and tons of people died.
And they say that in the basement of this place, there's a lot of demonic stuff that happens, but we're gonna explore it later. That is the creepiest door I've ever seen in my life.
You're cursed, dude.
Okay.
So this museum was actually created during the Civil War as a fort. Sadly, also during the times of the yellow fever. So when everyone died, they would store them in that hallway.
What? Right there?
Yeah.
Well, to give you an idea of how many people died, bro, they literally had to stop carpenters from making buildings in Key West so they could build caskets.
That's a lot of people.
Our guide told us that that hallway right there is the second most active spot besides Robert the Doll, so we'll have to investigate that later.
Before we start the investigation, we're actually going to go down the street to Robert the Doll's original house.
Supposedly it's super haunted as well.
Oh, this is so weird.
Dude, we're at it.
This looks like it's supposed to be haunted.
This is the most poppin' house on the street.
Dude, it kind of looks like Foster's home for imaginary friends.
It does.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Dude, that light just fucking turned on behind you when you said that. Oh my god, dude. Whoa. So Robert the doll used to be in here? Oh yeah, there's a book right there.
So Robert the doll was originally owned by the Otto family, specifically the little boy named Gene Otto, and he lived here. He grew up in this home, and so Robert originated right here.
Pretty sure this house was built in the late 1800s too, so like, that's a lot of history to it.
Not only was Gene from here, after his family went bankrupt and he moved away to go to school, he came back here.
So he started his life and ended his life in this house.
Dude, where is everybody?
I don't know. I thought there was a bunch of other people here. There's just a bunch of pugs.
Yeah, what's up with all the bug pictures?
What? What's going on, guys?
This place is like super creepy, but at the same time it looks like it was designed or decorated by a pug fanatic who works at Yankee Candle.
There's two main hotspots. The attic is one, and that's actually where Robert's room was. They actually made a room for Robert, and then we have Anne's room. So Gene Otto, he married Anne and moved back into this house. So we have the wife, and the wife hated Robert.
She actually forced Robert to be locked in the attic where Gene created a 2-scale room for the doll.
Jesus.
So let's go check out her room, and then maybe Robert's room next.
Also, I just want to say really quick, for this being late 1800s, this had to be a rich family. Mansion. Huge.
Just look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's so
Wait, this is the attic right here.
What?
Yeah. And it's unlocked.
Perfect, dude. Oh, for sure.
We have to. Oh, wait, and that's Anne's room. That's her room.
Gene Otto's wife. She despised Robert, meaning Robert probably despised her.
Oh, for sure.
Not only that, but towards the end of her life, she despised Gene. It's actually rumored that Gene married her for money, forced her to move back here with him. She was a gifted pianist. A gifted
Penis?
She had a gifted pianist. She could do anything with it.
Anyway, Gene would never let her perform as he wanted to be the center of attention. So like you can think of her as like this spirit that was just stifled, like an angel who's had its wings clipped.
Basically, Anne is still here haunting this house, protecting people from the curses of Robert.
Yeah, she's a nice ghost apparently.
Ready to see it? This is a nice room.
I didn't feel it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're right. It does feel good.
And it smells good too.
Do you think it could be because the AC is on?
And that's probably a good part. A clean room with AC on instead of a giant fort. And we're in your room. We set up a bunch of different pieces of equipment so that we can talk to you. If you were here, can you give us a clear and obvious sign? Walk up to any three objects here on the bed, on the stool, or by the door, and we'll know you're here.
That's it.
Yes! Yes! No. Yes again!
3 yes.
Dude, that's
Yes.
Does that mean there's 3 spirits, or she's just confirming that she's here 3 times?
This is just Anne. Can you say yes? If there's
Yes, it's just Anne.
No
Yes.
way.
Okay, whoa. It said that you're here to protect this house, specifically from Robert. Is that true?
No.
No.
That goes with the theory of what David was saying.
There's multiple spirits.
Yes!
Oh my god!
What?
Wait, so let's explain that.
say?
There's a theory that there's multiple spirits attached to Robert.
Yes!
Yes!
The theory is that Robert is a portal, and it's not just the spirit of Gene or Robert, but there's shadow figures attached. There's spirits that come through.
Yes!
This is just like, yep, keep going.
Shadow figures.
That will like curse or carry out the curses on people who disrespect Robert. She's going yes. On
Yes.
Anne, is that true? Do you believe that there can be multiple spirits in one doll? Is he a form of a vessel?
Well, maybe it's not true, and maybe there's just a couple of spirits attached to Robert. Is that true?
I just want to know if is Robert malicious?
See, some people say he's a nicer spirit, and some people say he just curses people.
I think it depends. As to Gene Otto, he was his best friend. They grew up together. He even gave him his own name. The original name of Gene Otto was Robert. And he was like, no, I'm going to give that name to my doll and give him my clothes. Like, they were literally best friends growing up together. That's so weird, especially because he's like 30 foot tall. They're probably like the same height.
Actually, one of the theories about Robert is that he's what's called a spirit mirror. Whenever Gene was like doing something bad, he'd blame it on Robert, which is like where you get the blame it on Robert thing, and that like cemented or calcified that energy in the doll.
One story of him like breaking a vase, the parents rushed into the room. He's like, no, it was Robert, I swear. Like every single time it was like directing that negativity towards him.
Robert the doll was known for a lot of poltergeist activity.